Thanks to SmallRig for sponsoring this video. If you want your videos to look more cinematic, typically you need big, expensive lights. But these new budget lights from SmallRig can create a very similar look at a fraction of the size and price. And these have quickly become some of my favorite lights for creating unique lighting setups. So in this video, I'm going to show you how I created these 3 shots using just these lights. So these are SmallRig's new RF series of lights. They're compact spotlight style lights, and what makes them different from your typical LED lights is that you can actually adjust the beam angle as well as add different accessories to the front to shape the light even more. Now these lights are not necessarily meant for key lights or lighting big spaces, but instead they're very specialized for creating texture or creating patterns to improve the overall look and vibe. So let's do a quick overview of each light so you know what you're getting, starting off with the RF05B. So this is the smallest and cheapest light out of the bunch, and it can be often overlooked just by how small it is, but this light is really useful. You get 5 watts of output with a boost mode that goes up to 8 watts. It's also bicolor, so you can adjust the color temperature depending on the look you're going for. You also get different built-in lighting effects, and the battery life lasts around 2 hours, which is pretty solid. On top of that, there are a bunch of different accessories that come included with this light. You got these little barn doors, color filters, and this little light dome diffuser that helps soften the light a little bit. For me, this little light makes the most sense for accent lights or even a hair light. Like I could put this light at the back of the room and just adjust the beam angle to give me a nice little hair light for some separation. And I just think that's so cool that you have the ability to get very specific with your lighting. So next up is the RF10C, and this gives you 10 watts of output, so you're getting more brightness compared to the last light. This also has an adjustable beam angle, but one difference compared to the last light is this is not bicolor. Instead, you get 4 different color modes. So you have daylight, which is your normal lighting, then you have red, yellow, orange, and then blue. Another difference is how you operate the light. So you have one knob to do everything. So if you want to turn on the light, hold it down. You'll notice there's a little green, and then you kind of flick it so it actually turns on. And that allows you to also adjust the brightness. So you go all the way up to maximum output, which is pretty bright. And you can also just tap this button to change the different color modes. Now, in terms of accessories, you do get this silicone holder that allows you to attach these different gobo patterns that helps create different shapes to your light. So all you gotta do is slip it onto the front of your RF10C. And now I can tell in the background, I have this little window texture right there, which is really cool. Pricing for the RF10C is around $50. I really do like this light because it gives you more output, still really small and easy to use, and it just has so much going for it. But if you want even more output and more pro features, there is the new RF20C. This is their biggest and brightest option. It's very similar to the RF10C, but now you're getting 20 watts of output and an extra color, which is purple. One thing to note about the RF20C is it does have a fan to help keep it cool, and this is on no matter what brightness setting you are at. So right now I actually have another RF20C lighting the little bed in the background, and I can actually hear it at this distance, although my microphone is close enough where it's not picking it up. So if fan noise is an issue for you, I would recommend sticking with the RF10C, which is completely silent, although you just don't get as much output. Alongside the RF20C, SmallRig has also introduced the new Air Spotlight attachment, which also works on the RF10C, by the way. Now this spotlight attachment boosts the amount of output by 4 times, which is pretty crazy for something this small. So if you're trying to project a pattern onto the background, this will give you a stronger beam of light and more brightness to work with. The spotlight also gives you even more control over the shape of your light. You can adjust the focus so you can bring your projection sharper or softer. You can also cut the light with these little leaf tabs on the side that you can use to shape the light even further. And perhaps my favorite feature is the magnetic gobos. These come with a bunch of different cutouts that you can slot into the light, giving you a bunch of different patterns to throw on the background of your video. Pricing for the RF20C is $80 and the Air Spotlight attachment is $50. So for $130 total, you have a really creative lighting setup that gives you a ton of control of where your light goes, how sharp it is, and what kind of shape or texture you want to create. So now that we know what each light is capable of, let's dive into some actual setups and show you how I lit these shots. So for this first lighting setup, I'm doing a little bit of a talking head or maybe an interview style lighting setup, and I'm using all 3 lights for this setup. My key light, I have the RF 10C shining through this little photo umbrella to kind of help soften the light just a little bit. As you can see, it's kind of off to one side, so it looks like it's coming from the window, so a little bit of a natural motivation. The RF 20C I have creating this little window texture on the bedding behind me, as if the light is just perfectly striking the bedding right there, and it helps kind of make the background, pop a little bit more. And then off to the side, I have the RF 5B set to daylight with the little diffusion cover, and that is just creating a very subtle edge light or hair light, kind of helping break up the darkness on that side. So I will turn off these one by one so we can see the results of each one. But I think this result looks pretty good for just using 3 basic lights and create something that feels very natural and cinematic looking. Or if I looked off to the side, kind of gives you an idea of what it would look like for an interview setup. It's pretty neat to see how these 3 lights can work together to create a setup like this, but this is only one out of endless possibilities. So let's move on to our second setup. So for this next setup, I decided to have a little bit more fun and create a more cinematic vibe, something you might see in a spec ad or even a short film. So I placed a cup of coffee on the table, and I was really inspired by some of these photos that you see where the sun hits the glass and it creates these really cool caustic patterns. So I wanted to play with that. So my first inspiration was to grab the RF 20C, and I removed the little gobo attachment with the window blind effect, and I just had this nice circular shape. From there, I noticed that the background was a little bit dark, so I decided to grab the RF 10C, and I grabbed the little gobo projection that has a little window blind effect. And I was playing around with a few different colors, but I decided to land on this orange as I think it brings a lot of color and energy within the shot. So I just have that projected onto this gray wall right behind me, and I think it looks great. The last light, the RF 5B, I wanted a light to kind of give more motivation as to why this light exists, why it's creating this pattern. So I just had the idea to flare the camera lens, which was really easy to do. You can just adjust the zoom to where it just hits the camera lens and creates a nice little flare. And this little flare just kind of tricks your brain into thinking that there's a big window off frame, and that's why this RF 20C light is coming into frame. But overall, I think this is a really fun setup and created some really interesting textures without needing big, expensive lights. Now for this shot, I definitely leaned into that moody sci-fi style narrative film look, but the reason I chose this setup is I wanted to test out the different color modes on these lights. I decided to go with blue to kind of get that cool sci-fi tone, but let's first talk about the main light. I would say probably the most obvious is the projector light. So we went with the RF 20C in the back, and I chose this gobo to insert into the spotlight because it has a lot of these lines, and it'll be perfect for when I add haze. So you can get some haze in a can that you can spray in the background, and it really shows up those kind of God ray effects. And I definitely wanted that in this kind of projector scene. This haze combined with that projector light just adds so much atmosphere within this shot that really helps create the illusion of depth. For the key light lighting my face, I have the RF 10C set to its blue color mode so it can match the look from the background light. And this really helps blend the two lights together because it's as if this light is projecting off a wall and bouncing back and lighting my face. And to order help sell that illusion, I also am shining it through the photo umbrella to soften it up a little bit. And for the third light, I have the RF 5B kind of creating a hair light right behind me. It's very subtle because I don't want too much of it in this particular shot. Now this light does not have a color mode, but it is bicolor, so you can actually cool or warm up the light. So I have it set to its coolest setting, which is 8,000 Kelvin. It doesn't get quite as blue as these other lights, but I think one advantage the RF 5B has is it actually looks the most like a little flashlight. So you could actually just put it in your shot. Maybe, you got a police officer, security guard out at night. You can kind of flare the lens a little bit. See if I can get that cranked up a little more. There we go. But what do you guys think of this shot? Let me know in the comments down below. I think these lights just really give you so much potential when it comes to different creative lighting, as we shown in this video. 3 different setups creating very different looks, and we barely scratched the surface. There's so much you can do with these tiny little affordable lights. So there you have it, 3 cinematic lighting setups using these 3 budget lights. Links to all the gear mentioned will be in the description of this video. And if you want to learn more about different lighting setups for your YouTube videos, you can check out this video on screen right up here.